What is shaken, Internet? This is Salts bringing you a dash of salts, the question and answer session with me, Salts. That's a lot of salts. So before I get into the questions this week, I wanted to go ahead and give a shout out because I wanted to make sure that everybody understands this is a giveaway. Basically, you ask me questions, I pick 5 questions a week, and I will answer them on the show. This can be any question about me or about World of Warcraft, about League of Legends, about any game I play or any game I don't play even. I don't care. You can ask anything you want. Basically, I just want questions to fill the show so I can kind of get in touch with the fans. Additionally, the giveaway is $20. So basically, it's $20 of any kind of game code or any kind of game card that you can think of. I'm okay with League of Legends cards. I'm okay with World of Warcraft Battle.net cards. I'm okay with Steam $20 cards. Basically, anything I can get for you that's $20 code, that's fine. I will be doing the giveaway at the end of the month. Everybody who submitted questions will be entered to win, and I will give away one person to somebody who submitted a question that month. Either way, I just wanted to make sure that that goes out there because I didn't have a lot of questions last week, so I want to make sure I have enough questions for next week. Hopefully I can get some more questions because next week is the giveaway. Next week is the $20 giveaway, so please send in your questions now. Either way, moving right along, let's start on the questions. So question number 1 this week is from Cloudy Butt. Very nice name, sir, or madam. Cloudy Butt asks, will you be covering events that pop up in Warlords of Draenor, like the 10th WoW anniversary, and making guides to get some of these items from events like that? This is absolutely something that I'm wanting to do. I'm glad you asked this question because I just uploaded the new Warlords of Draenor guides homepage, and that is going to basically show that I'm going to not only do the dungeons that I'm going to be starting very soon, if not tonight, but I will also be giving out Molten Core. So I already have Molten Core mostly filmed and ready to go. I'm just writing the scripts on that so I can put out the guides soon. I want to get that out very quickly because obviously, Molten Core is not going to be around that much longer, only about a month. So in case you don't know, Molten Core is the new 40-man LFR raid that is available until the first week of January for the WoW 10th anniversary. If you've never done Molten Core, it was a raid back in Vanilla WoW, the original, I think, raid. I think it was the very, very first raid. And people have been soloing it for years, and they finally brought it back as a 40-man LFR. I will say this, it is extremely fun, in my opinion, but is also extremely crazy and extremely hectic, and nobody has any idea what they're doing, so it's a little kind of crazy. But I have very much enjoyed running it, and I'm going to run it again next week, and probably even before then, just because I like running with all my guild friends and stuff like that. It is very long, though. You can only get loot from the last boss, so you literally have to run the entire thing to get anything that's worth value. You can get a pet from it, from the last boss. You are guaranteed to get a item level 640 helmet. So it's the best helmet that you can get basically right now outside of maybe crafting. I don't think you can do a crafting, but either way, it is the best helmet that you can get, and you can also get some like transmog thing that makes you look like Ragnaros or makes your weapon look like Ragnaros or something like that for a little bit. So it's just a lot of fun. I totally recommend getting into it. You do have to have item level 615 on average, so you have to be at least heroic geared. I don't know if you have to be have to do any of the proving grounds either way. But either way, that's kind of enough of that question. I will be planning on doing all these events and how you can get out of it, or what you can get out of it. And yes, good question. Thank you, Cloudy Butt. Next question is from Josh Cannon. Josh Cannon asks, what is your favorite class, and or what are you starting with in Warlords of Draenor? Well, if you haven't seen my leveling series yet, I started with my Druid because the Druid is the best. I kind of think that answers the question, but I'll try and elaborate a little bit. Basically, I think Druid is the best class in the game because, number one, they're the most versatile class in the game. Number two, they can do every single spec, including ranged and melee DPS, which I guess is kind of the exact same as being versatile, but I love the fact that I can do that. And number three, I really needed some kind of hybrid class because I needed to play something that could be both a tank and a healer because, honestly, I'm going to admit this, I have no idea how to DPS. I honestly have got to max level. I've done the proving grounds for tank. I've gotten all the way to gold and everything like that. But I have no idea how to do DPS with my character. I can't do it. I don't know. I could probably try and heal. I did study healing a little bit back in the day, so I could try and do that. But I have no idea what I'm doing as far as DPS. I have more idea on healing, but I'm purely tank. For all of my characters, I'm a tank, except for my mage, which I really don't know what I'm doing. I kind of hate leveling that because I die all the time because I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. But yes, I believe that druid is the best. Now, another question that you definitely didn't ask here, but I'd like to go into a little bit of detail. I'm thinking about maybe doing a guide on it because everybody loves to do the tank comparisons. So at the end of the day, I think druid tanks are probably the best right now because tank druids are super duper simple. Basically, they are incredibly easy. They have great AoE, and when I say great, I mean like broken levels of AoE right now because of Thrash. And honestly, I think they're just a really easy tank to get into. They have very simple rotation and very simple entry level stuff. Although with the class of being a druid, you have a lot to work with. You have a lot of extra abilities and a lot of other things. So I think they're the most versatile class. Now, once you get it, the best class to play, the best class that feels that way, like as far as tanks go, because that's where my specialty lies, is definitely going to be the warrior. I love playing my warrior right now. I'm leveling the warrior up to 100, and it is just fantastic. It's a great experience to heroic leap everywhere, to do charge. There's just so much mobility, and like they're still super strong. Only problem is I wish I had a heal or something, like because enraged regeneration it's just not cutting it. But either way, I digress. That's kind of enough on that question. Let's move on. So Haver Dave is the next question, and Haver Dave asks, Alliance or Horde, and why? So this is a pretty simple question. Obviously it's Horde, because Horde is the best. But I will say I do have Alliance characters. I have max level Alliance characters. Well, I did have max level Alliance characters. I don't have any level 100 Alliance characters yet. I'm working on that. But I actually did start on Alliance back in classic vanilla World of Warcraft. I started a Night Elf Hunter, and I loved that character. That was a lot of fun. I did play it on a PvP server, which I absolutely hated. I can't do PvP. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even like to do PvP, so I don't know why I rolled that. I blame the friend that I had in college that dragged me into it and said, let's go on a PvP server. So it's all his fault that I started. Maybe that was it. Maybe I just had this sour taste in my mouth from that PvP server, and I was like, let's do Horde. But honestly, the only reason I rolled Horde was because I had friends on the server when I started back up again in Burning Crusade or Wrath of the Lich King, or probably I think Wrath of the Lich King is when I got back into it. And they played on Horde, so they brought me in, and I started it up. I will say, I will be 100% honest here, Saltz, which is my main character, my absolute most played character right now, did start as a Worgen Druid. I recreated him. I didn't recreate him. I started him as a Worgen Druid in Cataclysm, near the end of Cataclysm, in fact, right before Dragon Soul came out. And the only reason I love that because honestly, Worgens are the best. Like my favorite race in the entire game to play is Worgens because running wild is like the coolest mount ever. Like that is something I really wish I had as a Tauren. But unfortunately, like I said, all my friends were still on the Horde, and I did eventually end up transferring so that I could raid with them, and the rest is history. So I do have Horde, a lot more Horde characters than I do Alliance characters, but literally the only thing Alliance has going for me, in my opinion, is the Worgens. Like the Worgens are the best. The rest of the Alliance is meh. It is what it is. I've never played a Draenei. I really like the idea of playing a Draenei because I think they look cool. Especially the females, they look great. But I don't know. Either way, I probably said too much, so let's move on. The next question is GC Crocs. GC Crocs asks, what keeps you going to play WoW with all the recent changes? Well, there's two things that come to mind on this. First is the recent changes. Simple as that. Basically, I mean, the expansion is out now, so we can all talk about it. We can all play it. We can all check it out. And honestly, I've played almost every expansion like at launch date or something similar to that. I did not play Burning Crusade. I actually stopped playing right before Burning Crusade came out. But I mean, everything was great. Like World of Wards of Draenor, this expansion is absolutely fantastic. I love this expansion. I love doing stuff. Everything about it is great. The questing is great. I don't have to do I mean, technically, I'm doing everything right now, so I do have to do the dailies and I do have to do the dungeons and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I don't need to do that stuff. It feels very natural. It feels very fun. I can go do whatever I want to do. If I wanted to go do PvP, I could. If I wanted to go kill rares, I can. You know, there's lots for everybody to do, and it's wide across the board. I've heard a lot of people say that it's the best expansion WoW's ever had. I kind of agree. I really enjoy it so far. It did have a terrible launch. Like, it had a really, really bad launch, which kind of screwed everybody over and screwed everything up. But at the end of the day, I really am enjoying my Warlords of Draenor stuff. So, I mean, I think changes have been making me stay with WoW. Like, basically, the changes are what makes me stay with WoW. But there is one other reason, and that's you guys, the fans of my YouTube channel, are making me stay with WoW, because I really want to continue these guides. I mean, I love doing these guides for you. I really just have a lot of fun with it. And you know, just the fact that you guys keep coming back and people say all the nice things that about my guides is what really makes me keep coming back to WoW. Like, more than anything, more than even like my guild and playing the game itself, making the guides is what I find the most fun. So really, it's just you guys as the fans that make me come back to World of Warcraft. Honestly, I would love to play other games with my fans and things like that as well. But, you know, World of Warcraft is what's the new hotness right now, and I really enjoy playing it, and everybody's enjoying playing it with me. So, either way, there is one more question I want to go ahead and cover, so I'll get to it. And that's from the Pudding Hands. Very nice question. It is, what do you have against pepper? Well, I don't really have anything against pepper, but I would definitely say that salt is better. It's better for you, because salt is going to kill you. Like, way better than pepper. But pepper, it's still good. Like, when I make a sandwich, I put salt and pepper on it. Because I am not... What? Yeah. And that's the thing. So, I'm salts on Steam. My wife is peppers on Steam. And in-game, I have salts as my main character, which, yeah, salt is great. But I also have peppers. Peppers is my secondary character. And it's on the Alliance side. It's my Alliance gnome. My Alliance gnome warrior named Peppers, and I love her. She's great. She's fantastic. Like I already said, the warrior is great, so I love playing Peppers. I have nothing really against Peppers, but salts is better. Just throwing that out there. So there you go. Either way, let's go ahead and wrap this guide up, this Q&A, whatever it is, up. I want to go ahead and say one more time, please send your questions to me. Leave the questions in the comments below this video. As soon as you leave a question, you're entered to win the contest. I will grab 5 people that to answer the questions for next time. So please leave me some questions so that I have material to cover next week. Next week is the giveaway for the month of November. So if you want to enter, you got to do it now. Otherwise, I'll start this up again the next week for the month of December, and hopefully we can get some more questions and some more fun times with you guys. If you don't want to leave a comment in the comments below, if for whatever reason you can't do that, please send me an email at a-of.salts@gmail.com. That's a-of salts with periods all between them at gmail.com. And I will get your answers, get your questions for the next show. So, I've rambled on enough. Please like, favorite, share, subscribe, all that jazz if you like these videos and want to keep them going. And, as always, you keep it salty, Internet.